Paul says in Romans 1:16, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. So it cannot be the gospel if it's not about Christ. This distinction is important because you see in Acts chapter 8 in Samaria, Philip went down and preached Christ to them. There's people that preach the word and they don't preach Christ. Today in a lot of services, Christ was not heard. Christ was not preached. Oh, money was, marriage was, relationships was, influence was, dominate the marketplace was. Christ wasn't. So when you see scripture emphasize that Philip went down to Samaria and preached Christ to them, it's important. Paul doesn't just say, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. Now, faith by hearing, and hearing the word of Christ. It is not the gospel if it's not about Jesus Christ. Most people that say I'm a minister of the gospel do not know what the gospel is. So when scripture says that righteousness that comes only through faith in Jesus Christ was credited to Abraham in the Old Testament, what gospel did Abraham hear? The gospel of Jesus Christ. That's why Jesus would then tell the Pharisees, the Sadducees and teachers of the law, says, your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day. He saw it and was glad. So you realize that Christ has always been the central theme of the scripture long before he manifested. If anybody received righteousness as a credit, it was because they heard Christ, even if his name was not mentioned. Because Abraham was told, in thy seed. It's Galatians chapter 3 that now tells you that that seed is Christ.